Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Prime Time Max. And tonight, the Republic Media Network stands as the only news network in the country that is truly, through investigative reporting, exposing the precise way in which a super rich family in Pune, with super strong mafia links and super strong political support, successfully manipulated the system, is manipulating the system, and probably bought their way through after one of them killed two young professionals under the wheels of his 2 crore Porsche car when he was completely drunk. What is going on, viewers? 90 hours have passed, there is no blood report. There is no blood report result, there is no post-mortem. And I have to come on air every night and remind the Pune Police Commissioner what he should be doing. I understand why the Pune Police Commissioner was so uncomfortable with me last night. It was because he knows that the Republic Media Network and me personally, we will expose the entire police system. The MLA who was warmly welcomed by the Pune police few hours after the accident into the police station, where the super rich super brat was held, has admitted on record to Republic that he was doing so under the instructions of the super brat's mafia linked grandfather. So Mr. Amitesh Kumar, and I want to hold it here, who's the Pune Police Commissioner, trying to tell me that public representatives can come to do their job. Mr. Commissioner, I have on record today, he was not there to do his job as a public representative. He came as an agent of the accused super rich grandfather. Now I have given you the information, Mr. Commissioner. What will you do on it? Will you get upset, angry and walk out? This kind of exposes that Republic is doing proves a direct mafia, businessman, police link. It proves a politician, mafia, police, businessman link. And I think it is time we teach these kind of people, these kind of policemen, these kind of politicians, these kind of mafia-linked businessmen a lesson in the law. They try and tell us, don't teach us the law. We have to teach them the law if they pretend not to know it, as far as I am concerned. And I'm a plain-speaking man. The moral of the story in the Pune Porsche case is simple. It is that there is a working relationships between politicians and mafia dons and underworld and businessmen and police in India. There are 2 specific reports in the next 1 hour that I will put this very nexus into very intense focus. Such intense focus that all these people, mafia, police, politicians, businessmen, all these people are going to get really, really nervous. But before that, the headlines this Thursday evening. Headline number 1. In a classic example of the police, the mafia, the loopholes in the system and the political nexus coming together against the citizen, the super rich super brat case is unraveling on Republic at breakneck speed. After confronting the Pune Police Commissioner, huge admissions on the sinister plot on the denial of justice are on my show tonight. What was the result of the 2 samples? Was the result of the 2 samples the same? Was the results, Amitesh ji, of the 2 samples the same?
The results haven't come. I told you the results is awaited. With the forensic department.
More than 90 hours on, where on earth is the killer super rich super brat's blood report? Where is the post-mortem report? 2 samples of blood taken, 2 different hospitals, and what seems to be next level conspiracy that almost got away. 90 hours and counting. How much longer will it take to decipher how much liquor this super brat guzzled before driving daddy's Porsche to crush 2 innocent professionals? And we were told that this super rich super brat drank himself silly and killed people because he won jubilant celebration of his class 12 results. Now that Republic is on the heels of the story, his lawyer says that the rich Porsche driving brat drank because he was depressed. The top cop says the MLA can troop into the police station anytime he likes because he's a public representative. But tonight, Mr. Commissioner, I have proof that the MLA who's trooped in was on the payrolls of the mafia-linked grandpa of the super rich super brat killer. A deep, decadal-long cover-up is set to crack open as the Republic Media Network yanks the lid from how this killer brat's mafia-linked grandpa settled an entire system for over a decade to water down charges against him. The Pandora's box will be opened, forcefully opened, only and only by your network, the Republic Network. And I have a twist tonight. The super rich super brats driver suddenly makes an entry, and we are told he is being quizzed in the case of a super rich super brat killer. Will there now be a driver behind the wheels, or will the driver spill the beans? At around 2:15 a.m. on the 19th of May, the super rich super brat rammed his 2 crore Porsche into 2 innocent young professionals in Pune. About 15 hours later, the Juvenile Justice Court mysteriously, indulgently, and I would say suspiciously lets off the super brat. Now, what happened between this time period is particularly curious. When the Republic Media Network confronted Ajit Pawar's MLA Sunil Tingre, he said that he received a call at 3 in the morning from the super rich super brat's Mafia grandpa. And by 7 a.m., Tingre was at the police station, and hours later, the bail. All fixing going on, viewers. All fixing. Here is a full investigative report.
A brat, 2 murders on the wheel, and a deep nexus of cover-ups.
You tell me, why were 2 blood samples taken after gap
I
of 4
told you
hours?
why it was taken.
And when you have, sir, you have told me, you have admitted.
To ensure that there is no tampering.
While you admit that the gap of 4 hours can influence the result.
It was primarily to check the DNA sample, that in case the blood which was taken at the first instance was the same of the accused. That was the reason.
What was the result of the 2 samples? Was the result of the 2 samples the same?
Arnab, there should be no doubt.
Was the results, Amitesh ji, of the 2 samples the same?
The results haven't come. I told you the results is awaited. It's with the forensic department.
Republic Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami's confrontation of the Pune Police Commissioner has shed light on several loopholes in the case.
The most important thing is, especially in cases of this nature, where the question is alcohol and the drugs, the more important sample is not the blood, it's the urine. The urine is the best sample in all these cases. I just wonder why the urine sample was not collected. And secondly, blood sample we do collect. But because of the off-lives of the drugs, especially in question, possibly a cocaine or an LSD or a marijuana, this has got a different off-lives.
When asked if Ajit Pawar's MLA visited the police station, this was the top cop's answer.
Did an NCP MLA from Vadgaon Sheri visit a police station?
He did visit the police station.
Why did he visit a police station? Why was he entertained?
I cannot comment. He was not entertained at all.
Then what was the reason he visited the police station?
See, police station is a public place.
No, sir, it is not a public place for an MLA to intervene. I'm asking you, you can confirm to me, sir, whether the MLA was trying to put pressure on behalf of the killer.
Absolutely not.
So you are giving a clean chit to the MLA.
Pardon?
You are giving a clean chit to the MLA. I believe he was putting pressure.
There is absolutely, I told you, you have to look at the end result. The police.
Sir, I am looking at the process, not the result, Mr. Kumar.
After this explosive confession, Republic's Special Investigation Team questioned Ajit Pawar's MLA, Sunil Tingre.
नहीं अग्रवाल का भी फोन आया अग्रवाल का फोन आने के बाद वहाँ पर जाके हमने पूछा पुलिस ने जब पीआई आने के बाद मैंने उनसे पूरा पूछ के लिया क्या हुआ उसने बताया कि यहाँ पर ऐसा एक्सीडेंट हुआ
लेकिन
उसके बाद
ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि अग्रवाल आपके मित्र हैं।
जी मैं उनके पास काफी तो 93 से उनके साथ में मैं जॉब करता था नौकरी करता था सबसे मेरी पहचान है उनकी और वो मेरे वोटर भी है।
इस दोस्ती के एवज में आपने पुलिस पर दबाव बनाया ऐसे भी आरोप लग रहे हैं आपके ऊपर।
वो तो पुलिस से पूछ लीजिए ना सर।
आपने दबाव नहीं बनाया?
कोई दबाव नहीं बनाया।
That it was on the super brat's grandfather's orders that Ajit Pawar's MLA visited the police station. The question is, was the super rich Agarwal family using his close ties with Tingre and the political class to exert pressure on the system? Tonight, what's more damning is the mental health angle that the advocate for the accused has peddled.
रिहैबिलिटेशन होम इसमें रखने का आदेश दिया हुआ है। इस दौरान उनका पूरा एक पैरामीटर सेट किए हुए कि इस 15 दिनों में इन्होंने क्या करना है चाइल्ड इन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद लॉ में। उसके लिए एक साइकेट्रिस्ट, साइकोलॉजिस्ट, काउंसलिंग, जो भी उसको मेन स्ट्रीम में लाने के लिए जो भी उसको ज़रूरत है मेंटल हेल्थ उसकी ठीक करने की, उसके लिए उन्होंने कुछ डायरेक्शंस दिए हुए। वो सारे डायरेक्शंस कल हम बता पाएंगे क्योंकि आज स्पीकिंग ऑर्डर या रिटन ऑर्डर नहीं हुई, आज एक ऑपरेटिव पार्ट ऑफ ऑर्डर हुआ है। जब ऑर्डर हमारे हाथ में आएगी सर्टिफिकेट, उसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर पाएंगे।
The hurried bail with soft conditions, visit of a politician to the police, murky response to an investigation, and an unexplainable delay in blood sample reports. Republic Deep investigation is out to expose the super rich super brat.
We have exposed everyone. We have exposed the police also nicely. Now we're exposing this mafia family. And Vikram Singh is with us, Professor Dinesh Rao. Vikram Singh, former DGP. Professor Dinesh Rao is a well-known forensic expert. PK Jain is former ADGP of Maharashtra. My first question is to Ashutosh Srivastav, who's a lawyer for this Agarwal family, where the grandfather works with Chhota Rajan and the grandson is a drunk super brat, super rich, killer, murderer, right? And Ashutosh, I want to start with a broad question. How much fixing happened in this case? And how confident was this Agarwal family that they could fix everything?
See, what I can say that at the first instance when this, incidents happened, the FIR was registered at the police station, and FIR was registered under certain sections of Indian Penal Code, which are to be applied in such cases. So, see, we all agree that it was an unfortunate incident, and there was death of two young IT professionals. That cannot be denied.
What do you mean accident? 1 minute. Unfortunate incident? No, 1 minute.
But
First
so
of all,
far as-
Ashutosh, you should use the right language when you are speaking to me. It was a murder, okay? It
Yes.
was a cold, calculated murder carried out by your client.
Murder.
Yeah. Now,
Murder.
Now
See,
tell me
first
a
of
few
all,
things. Now
murder
tell me
is
a few
defined
things.
under
Let's not
section
waste
300
time.
of IPC.
We have limited time. We have to use the time well.
Or to call it
Tell
to
me
be a
one
murder,
thing.
it has to be tried.
Yeah, don't give me standard
Yes.
templated LLB first year replies. You are speaking to me, please remember. Tell me one thing, if the accident took place at 3 a.m., why was the first blood sample taken at 11 a.m.? Were there people, police helping him release the liquor from his body? And then a second blood sample is taken after 4 hours from a different hospital. Why? Yesterday, Police Commissioner confessed on my program.
That I think the No, see, first of all, if we see Section 77 of Juvenile Justice Act has already been implicated against the club, the pub owners and the managers who have served.
Don't try to distract. I'm too experienced a journalist for this. 1 minute. Ashutosh.
See,
Ashutosh, this family is very smart. Listen, Ashutosh, listen to me. You're not talking to a novice. I'm very experienced.
Yes.
Okay? You are not going to be able to sustain my
I am only
interrogation.
explaining the
If I start
legality of it.
interrogating in this case, you will crumble, you will cry before me. Now listen to me. Please understand who you are talking to. Don't distract attention from the prime accused. Am I right, Vikram Singh? The prime accused is this boy. You're not a boy. He's 18-year-old. That is the prime accused. Now what they are trying to do is,
now you are right.
they will
You are
talk
calling
about the, they will
boy
talk
correctly,
about the, 1 minute, they will talk about the father, they will talk about grandfather, they'll talk about everyone except the boy. The whole system is trying to save the boy. The grandfather who's linked to a mafia don is a guarantor of his good conduct. Father, the whole angle being put is, and stories are being leaked.
No.
Father made a mistake by letting his son drive the car. So put a case against the father. No, I want a case. No.
First of
Don't
all,
distract attention. Let's focus on the boy. You focus on the super brat.
Yes.
Focus on the super
Yes,
brat.
I am focusing on the boy only. Please allow me to speak for a moment. I will explain you. See, first of all, whether you consider this boy, this accused as juvenile or not, if you consider this accused as a juvenile, then in that case, you know, the father has already been implicated in the case under section 75 of the Juvenile Justice Act.
Father?
And also the pub owners, the managers have been implicated under section 77
So what, you're doing me a favor?
Of
No,
the Juvenile Justice Act.
Arre,
1
Baba.
minute, let me
No, 1 minute. What
talk
I don't want to talk about the pub owner. I don't want to talk about the father. I want to talk about the killer. I don't distract attention from the killer. Please understand the seriousness of the case. How can you say about the pub owner? That's a separate case. Don't distract attention away. I want to talk about the boy. 1 minute, everyone on. I want to talk about the boy. I want to talk about the killer boy. Don't talk about the father. That's a separate case. We'll talk about it another time. Right now, I will talk about the killer boy. Your entire purpose. Your purpose is to. Your purpose is. You must be. Your purpose is. Your purpose, Ashutosh. No. Your purpose is. Allow me to complete. I understand the psychology.
You tell me whether you consider the accused as juvenile or an adult. Then I will answer. Whether you consider him as a juvenile or accused. You tell me. You tell me whether he was juvenile or an adult.
Achha, have you finished
If he was juvenile, then the police has correctly done the FIR. This is how is the process.
हो गया ना प्रोसेस सिखा दिया ना प्रोसेस अब मैं जवाब देता हूं हो गया ना आपने सिस्टम सिखा दिया ना अच्छा now let me tell you one thing Mr. Ashutosh
no one thing
Mr. Srivastava you please I'm responding to you first now you let me no you asked me a question You asked me a question, I'm speaking to my viewer. When I'm speaking to my viewer, nobody can disturb me, not even you. Nobody can disturb me, I'm talking to the viewer, I have a relationship with my viewers.
You cannot implicate both the ways.
Okay,
the parent also you want to implicate because you are considering him as a juvenile. And on the other hand, you want to consider him as an adult. And you want to prosecute him separately. This is not possible under the law.
हो गया ना.
How can you prosecute both?
हो गया ना. Now,
yes,
can you now you finished? I'm replying. No, I want to reply in 30 seconds, and I'm bringing others. Viewers, this is a copybook system that you are seeing on the program, and what is happening here is an attempt by a lawyer to say, let's confound the case. Let us say, is he a juvenile or not a juvenile? Arey Baba, if you are 17 years, 11 months, 25 days old. And you have killed 2 people after being drunk on the wheels of a Porsche car, knowingly, after drinking 2 lakh rupees of alcohol in 2 hours, right? Then it's a heinous case. Okay? So there are exceptions there, so don't have to get angry. Second point is, someone will tell you, Vikram Singh is responding here, someone will tell you that you people, you as in like these super rich people feel, that you are doing us a favor by saying there is a case against the father, are you not happy? There is a case against the pub owner, are you not happy? Let me tell you, I am not happy or unhappy, I am angry. Do you understand anger? I am angry. I want that boy punished. I want that boy in jail. I want him in jail for the rest of his life. I want him to learn a lesson, and I want to make sure that lawyers like you are not able to take him out, so I want to create a big noise about it. I will prove that your family, your client, sent a politician into a police station to influence the investigation. Your client, the grandfather of the accused, who is a partner of Chhota Rajan allegedly, who has worked with the Mafia, sent a politician who has confessed to me. I have the confessional statement of the politician. I work faster than the police, sir. I work faster than the police. I have got a confessional statement of the politician saying, exact time, he says 3 o'clock, 1 minute, he says 3 o'clock, grandfather calls me and says, kuch karo. And then the politician says, I am a servant of the businessman. I went, main to unka naukar tha. I went to the police station to help him. And the police tells me, Police Commissioner tells me, I am not obliged to tell you, Arnab Goswami. Police Commissioner tells me, I don't know, I am not obliged to tell you why the politician came. You are obliged to tell me. Anger is growing across the country, Mr. Agarwal. You can't defend your client in these situations anymore. Vikram Singh is on the debate. We'll open the case apart. We'll open it up. Isko to khol ke rakhenge. Vikram Singh, please unmute yourself. Time for you to come in.
Let's open it.
We'll open it. We are opening it. No. Chalo, you versus me.
You open it and I will answer each and every question.
Answer se kya? Arey jail mein rahega aapka client. His grandfather will also be in jail within 1 month. You
अरे वो
see?
जेल में ही है ना।
अरे जेल में उसके ग्रैंडफादर को भेजो ना, छोटा राजन का जो पार्टनर है। छोटा राजन के साथ, छोटा राजन को जिसने सुपारी दी थी उसको भी अंदर भेजो ना। जो आदमी उसके ग्रैंडफादर ने छोटा राजन को सुपारी दी थी कि नहीं? Had his grandfather, did his grandfather pay Chhota Rajan? A man who paid Chhota Rajan, Vikram Singh, please unmute yourself, is standing as a moral guarantor for his killer grandson's conduct.
No, that's
What that? Vikram Singh, please. Can't hear you, Vikram Singh. I need to get your audio in. Ladies and gentlemen, many people calling once again. Can you hear me, sir? Vikramji, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. I'm going to get in Dinesh, Professor Dinesh Rao right now into the case. Professor Dinesh Rao. There is the way the samples of the blood were taken. Accident takes place at 3 a.m. Blood sample is taken 7 to 8 hours later. What would be the influence on the sample? Urine sample not collected. What would be the implication of that in a case like this?
Yes, Arnab, see, the percentage of the alcohol or the amount of alcohol is depending on the time of consumption and the time of collection of sample. See, rate of metabolism of alcohol we say is 15 milligrams per 100 ml per hour. So, depending on that, definitely if it has been collected nearly 7 hours back, 7 hours later, there are a lot of chances that the percentage of alcohol consumed at the time of accident and the time of collection, there is a lot of variation, and the amount reflected on the results will definitely add up to the crime. That is the one possibility. And secondly, the urine samples are not collected. See, when urine samples are not collected, especially if there is a suspicion or the possibility of drugs, definitely the metabolites after 7 hours found in the blood is most unlikely. Especially drugs like cocaine and LSDs may not be reflected in the blood sample 7-8 hours after the consumption. And but whereas in the urine sample, definitely there will be a possibility of finding those metabolites and confirmation of the consumption of those drugs. And besides that, the recent consumption is from the blood and urine samples, whereas the air sample is another very good sample to confirm the past consumption of drugs.
So would you say?
So here I see that I didn't hear about the.
Would you say that the police has knowingly failed to do what it needs to do from a forensic angle to prove a watertight case against the killer? If it wanted to, it could have, but it chose not to.
Yes, that's what it is more obvious, because the samples, one thing is what you pointed out is there's two places the sample collection. This is something highly suspicious, which never happened in my history of medical legal practice.
And why would the samples, Professor Rao, be given to, the police commissioner told me that 2 samples were given at a gap of 4 hours to check some DNA angle in this. Would that be necessary? And would it not have to be given to the same hospital? Would you deliberately take a second sample after 4 hours, send it to a third hospital to check some DNA angle in this? Or is the police commissioner misleading you?
The question of DNA never arises is because here is the identity of the suspect is not in question. And secondly, the DNA sample procedure is totally different. I think my fellow colleague advocate knows about it, because it is entirely ordered through the magistrate, and in the presence of the magistrate, the samples are drawn with an ID form and a forwarding letter.
Okay, Shawan has a breaking news input. I'm going to the newsroom. Shawan, quick breaking news input he's going to have for us. We'll get him in a minute. How do you see this story so far, Vikram Singh? I don't have him again. Mr. Vikram Singh, how do you see the story so far? If you can hear me. No, we have a problem there. Let me get a take from PK Jain, please. PK Jain, how do you view the inconsistencies so far?
See, Arnab, the only mistake I find on the part of the police in the beginning was that instead of applying section 304 of the IPC, which is culpable homicide, they applied the section of 304A, which is a rash and negligent act, because of which this offense came to be categorized as serious offense. It was not even a serious, it was a petty offense under the JJ Act. See, JJ Act has only 3 categories of offences: petty, serious, and heinous. Heinous offences are where the punishment is more than minimum 7 years or more than 7 years. Now, in this case, even culpable homicide has a punishment of 10 years, but there's no minimum punishment prescribed. That is why the Juvenile Justice Board was within their rights, because of these sections, to grant him bail. But subsequently on appeal, they revised their judgment, and now they have confined.
So you are saying that the Juvenile Justice Board, 1 minute, this is such complete non-application of mind on your part, you're a lawyer. You're saying that can you hear me first of all, Vikram Singh, can you hear me? I'm checking again and again and again if he can.
Arnab, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir. PK Jain says this is a petty case. 2 professionals have been killed by a drunk super brat. He says technically, he uses the technical angle of this being a petty case. He says by technical definition, it's a chota mota petty case. I say it's a heinous offence. Some application of mind by the Juvenile Justice Board would have told him the same thing. But it appears, it appears the Juvenile Justice Board is looking for a loophole where none exists. Vikram Singh.
Arnab, good evening, gentlemen. It's a matter of satisfaction that all professionals on this panel, firstly, if there was a trophy for a shoddy and a compromised investigation, it will go to this investigation. It was compromised with a capital C from the beginning itself. First, the sections that were invoked were inappropriate. Secondly, the entire system bent head over heels to help and bail out the accused, and which they managed to succeed. It's a different matter that you raised a storm, and the storm became a tsunami, and then the rest is history. Everybody was there. And in a compromised ecosystem, whether it was the bar, whether it was the registration of the Porsche, or whether it was the question, our expert has very lucidly explained. Why was the urine sample not taken? And the breath analyzer also, I would say, the breath analyzer, the urine and the sample. You can take 10 samples from the same person from the same location, because time is important. If there's a time lapse of 2 hours and 3 hours, which admittedly the police commissioner himself admitted, then this is inexplicable, and it goes to show that there was an insidious attempt to give a digression or an escape route to the accused. This is absolutely unacceptable to give a time lapse, because the half-life of the residual drugs or alcohol or both can be compromised if there is a lapse of 3 to 6 hours. Now, coming to the fact, the MLA has every right to go to a public place, but not with the instruction. What is the presumption? The presumption is very odious and obnoxious that he went at an hour with the ostensible purpose, and as per his own admission to you, he had gone there to impact the investigation and also influence the investigation so as to give the benefit of doubt or give the benefit advantage to the accused, and he was able to do it. Coming down to everybody, the JJ board, I would not like to comment on that, but the fact of it is very surprising and shocking that when 2 innocent lives were lost, the JJ board.
I want to get in Shravan's breaking news input. Shravan. Shravan, you have a quick breaking news input, I was told.
Well, in fact, Arnab, this is with regards to the driver who had dropped the VVIP brat outside the pub. Now, he was being questioned by the Pune Crime Branch, and he has admitted that after getting drunk in an inebriated state, he asked the driver to hand over the keys. In fact, the driver was reluctant. He made one call, and that call went to the VVIP brat's father. And it was based on the father's instructions that the driver had handed over the keys.
So Shravan, I'll come back to you. Now, Mr. Srivastav, I'm told that Vishal Agarwal, the father of the super brat, was arrested with a simple mobile handset with a SIM that was registered on 19th May. Right? This is an obvious attempt to guard his calling details. This is an obvious attempt at concealing evidence. You know, one more case should be placed against Vishal Agarwal for concealment of evidence. Why? What does he want to conceal? Which politician he was talking to?
No, it is not at all
Why? Some politician told him, now you are going to be arrested, Republic is after you, quickly take away your mobile phone. You are telling me that your client, his father, the super rich man, uses a small, simple, non-smart phone which was registered one day before, that he never used a phone till the day of the accident. Or is there some top politician he spoke to who has called him and told him, Republic is after you, I will also be caught, change your phone, throw it away into the river. Tell me the truth, sir. Ashutosh Srivastav, concealment of evidence is a very serious crime.
First of all, any phone calls made from one particular mobile number, all the details are available. Whether you throw the phone or you don't throw the phone, all the details will be available.
No, I don't want to know why has he tried to conceal his phone detailed records, which means I have been able to successfully prove that your client is trying to conceal evidence in a case that Republic and the whole country is talking about. Do you think he'll get away?
No, it is not possible. How can you?
Yeah, I know it's not possible, but why is he? Where is his mobile phone?
Number. It is not possible.
No,
it is all false and wrong allegations.
You think you will create another Salman Khan? You think you will create another Salman Khan hit and run case where the entire blame will be put on the driver? You think with Republic after you on the investigation you'll get away by making it a Salman Khan hit and run case? Nahi hoga.
Right. What is to get away about? See, either if you consider him as an adult, then the father should not be prosecuted. The club owner should not be prosecuted. Then in that case, he was.
Why did the grandfather tell the politician to go and influence the investigation in the police station? Why did the grandfather instead of give me the real reply. Acha, don't worry. Listen to me, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, don't be nervous. Ashutosh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Everybody is watching you. You are looking nervous now. Listen to me. Listen to me. I am following the case. You tell this Agarwal family, Arnab Goswami is following the case. He's after the truth in the case. I am sending more Republic investigative crew. Sab nikal jayega. Vikram Singh is responding to you. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
It is unconvincing to that.
Truth is all in front of everyone.
Man would have basic mobile phone. It is very unconvincing, Mr. Ashutosh, that a high-profile businessman will have such a basic phone. And there is much more to it than what meets the eye. He has to explain. And as you said, that there are willing accessories to a crime. It does not help our purpose. Whether you may treat your client as a juvenile or an adult, any accessory to a crime will have a lot of answering to do to the investigators, whether the father, the grandfather, the driver, and everybody. You would understand it. Because being an accessory to a crime, there are reasons, and they have to explain their movement, their assistance, and
in fact, I'm telling you. In fact, I tell you, they think they are very smart. I'll tell you, Mr. Srivastav, you people, you think you're very smart.
In fact, I tell you something. See, when.
Tell me.
See, Section 41A notice was supposed to be issued before he was arrested. But here, unfortunately, without serving any notice, that is the procedure that Supreme Court has prescribed in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar, that judgment, that if any crime, if it is registered and the offence is below 7 years, it has to be, the notice has to be issued. That was also not issued.
It is a, listen to me, forget your 7 years angle to this, don't teach me first year LLB law. The question is that they have applied only a few Motor Vehicles Act sections.
It is not first year LLB law, this is the basic law. The Supreme Court is not in first year.
I know more about law than you, yaar. Please listen, Ashutosh. Listen to me, I know much more about law than you. And you are lucky that I am not in a courtroom, otherwise I would have hammered people like you. I would have hammered people like you on fact and substance. My question is, you have applied a few Motor Vehicles Act sections
like that.
and two Juvenile Justice Act sections against the father. The statements and the evidence along with the concealment of evidence are enough to charge him against abetment and criminal conspiracy charges of the IPC. Anyway, listen, tell me one thing. You don't have to worry. You can confide in me. You can trust me.
Only because he was juvenile. Only because he was juvenile.
Oh, you can trust me, Ashutosh. Tell me one thing.
Yes.
You know this family, no? So what did the grandfather tell the politician when he sent him to the police station at 5 o'clock in the morning? Because I already have the confessional statement of the politician.
No, I don't think he has sent. See.
No, he has sent. No, he has sent. No, I have got on record statement from the politician.
Now let me reply.
I have recorded the politician on the phone.
Okay, let me reply this. If the politician in any case visited the police station, what was the influence? The FIR was registered, the action was taken, the FIR was registered, the boy was produced, the boy was taken into the custody, he was produced before the Juvenile Justice Board.
Okay, 1 minute, just wait. Okay, Ashutosh, you wait. Ashutosh, just wait a while. Wait a while, Ashutosh.
He would have been treated differently like an adult.
Ashutosh, this is a very complex case. Yes. You know, what happens is that in this country, I believe that people like your client, They are manipulators, you know. They manipulated the way. Now watch how I open up the case against the grandfather who had given a supari allegedly of many 50-60 crores to Chhota Rajan to kill someone who he was involved in a family dispute.
These are all allegations.
Yeah, so I'll investigate the allegation. No, more than that, viewers, I want to tell you. This super rich Agarwal family is neck deep in crime. Neck deep in crime. The super rich, super brats, mafia linked grandfather is hands in glove with Chhota Rajan. You all know what kind of mafia don Chhota Rajan is. He's charged under various sections of the Indian Penal Code for conspiracy to commit murder. And that case goes on from 2008, ladies and gentlemen. It is still languishing in the courts. 15 years have passed. This same system, remember what Rahul Gandhi said? Since he was born, he was in the system. That same unjust system is protecting the mafia-linked grandpa. Republic will reopen that case also. Let's take a look.
At 10 a.m. on Wednesday, Republic broke the Chhota Rajan link to the grandpa of the super rich super brat who rammed his Porsche into two youths. At 4 p.m. on the 23rd of May, Republic confronted Ajit Pawar's MLA, Sunil Tingre, who confessed that he too is closely linked to the super brat's grandpa, SK Agarwal.
अग्रवाल का भी फोन आया। अग्रवाल का फोन आने के बाद वहाँ पर जाके हमने पूछा, पुलिस ने जब पीआई आने के बाद उनसे पूरा पूछ के लिया क्या हुआ, उसने बताया कि यहाँ पर ऐसा एक्सीडेंट हुआ।
लेकिन उसके बाद ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि अग्रवाल आपके मित्र हैं।
उनके पास काफी, तो 93 से उनके साथ में मैं जॉब करता था, नौकरी करता था, तब से मेरी पहचान है उनकी, और वो मेरे वोटर भी है।
इस दोस्ती के एवज में आपने पुलिस पर दबाव बनाया, ऐसे भी आरोप लग रहे हैं आपके ऊपर।
वो तो पुलिस से पूछ लीजिए ना।
आपने दबाव नहीं बनाया?
कोई दबाव नहीं बनाया।
At 6 p.m. on the 23rd of May, Republic confronted the Mafia grandpa.
अब आपके छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है? छोटा राजन के साथ क्या संबंध है? छोटा राजन के साथ चलो क्या संबंध है? क्या पूछ? मिस्टर अग्रवाल, क्या पूछताछ हुई आपसे? आपका पोता इन्वॉल्व?
A deeper investigation reveals that the super brat's Mafia grandpa is already facing trial in a conspiracy to commit murder.
The Pune Police, which you represent, did not invoke Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act in this case against his grandfather. And the Pune Police, allow me, the Pune Police allows an MLA to walk into a police station and have 2 blood samples taken when the Chhota Rajan's partner's grandson goes and kills 2 people under the influence of alcohol, driving a 2 crore car at 240 kilometers an hour. How do you expect people to have any faith in the system, sir?
You have to look at the outcome, Arnab.
Sir, I will look at the process, Mr. Kumar. I will look at the process. Sir, I will look at the process.
Our stand has been vindicated.
Sir, your stand is not vindicated.
From the court.
Your stand is not vindicated. This is a powerful...
100%.
Sir, absolutely not. Sir, it is a rich family. Sir, it is a super rich family of Pune which is trying to push its way through.
Has the Porsche cover-up ended up exposing the ugly underbelly of the businessman, politician, underworld nexus again?
We've got all these lawyers, you know, all these criminal lawyers who are coming out to defend this super rich, super brat family. And I have no grudge with criminal lawyers. It is their job to defend the super rich, super brats, all super rich people. But at some point of time, Subhash Jha is also a criminal lawyer, and we have Rizwan Siddiqui, very well-known Mumbai-based criminal lawyer, defends the family in this case, joining in this case also with us Ashutosh Srivastava, who's a lawyer for the family. Now, what has come out is the underworld link of this family, Rizwan.
Yes.
This family has a deep underworld link. And I find it very surprising that a man like SK Agarwal, who is so close to Chhota Rajan, allegedly so deeply connected with the mafia that he offered money to Chhota Rajan in a property dispute. He wanted to kill some people to settle the dispute. He gave money. And in fact, it is told that he went to Bangkok to meet Chhota Rajan's associate and tell Chhota Rajan's associate in Bangkok that I will give this much money if you kill these people. This is the grandfather of the super brat. Right? Now, this is a very important revelation, Rizwan, because it brought into focus how these people are manipulating the system. 15 years, the case is going on and on. He must have a lot of lawyers who get him tariq pe tariq.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Hear me?
Yeah, you are.
Yes. So I have a copy of the FIR. I was just perusing the copy of the FIR, and this is the 2000.
Which FIR?
This is the 2009, the FIR which was filed against the grandfather, where Section 307 of IPC, 34, Section 3 of Arms Act, and other sections have been applied. And surprisingly, I was not able to find anyway what is the status of the case as on date. Because what I understand is that though this case was filed, I don't know what is the status of this case, and the allegations are very, very serious.
Yeah, so that's my precise point here, Rizwan, that these are very serious allegations.
Very serious allegations.
And if such, if such serious cases, the cases go on for 15 years, nothing happens. That also is a serious matter, right, Subhash? It's the delay which is a serious matter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How does delay happen, Subhash?
See, delay happens because, and this I have told to the many constitutional courts in the High Court and also Supreme Court. But so far, nobody has been able to take cognizance of it. Now, there are trivial cases, there are bogus cases, there are false cases, implication. Now, take, for example, your own case. In how many cases have been slapped as against you?
Oh, hundreds of cases by Uddhav Thackeray.
Absolutely. So, therefore, all these cases which are bogus clog the system. And with the result, the genuine cases are not being tried. Now, in a recent judgment, the Supreme Court in 2017 rendered a very landmark judgment in the matter of Hussain versus Union of India. Now, there the Supreme Court lays down the guidelines that all the magisterial tribal cases are to be concluded within 6 months. And all the sessions cases are to be tried within a period of 2 years. Now, what happens in reality? In reality, nothing happens. And then these cases are dragged on for years together for various reasons, and there are many reasons.
Now, what's happening here is that in the case of investigating the case of the Porsche murder, the role of the grandfather has come into focus. Now, Rizwan,
yes,
as it happens, you investigate one story and you come across a next.
Yes.
And in the course of investigating it, it comes across that the grandfather paid money to Chhota Rajan to get a cooperator at that time with the Shiv Sena called Ajay Bhosle killed. This happens 2007-8, 2009. Only in 2013, the CID informs the courts about the involvement of Chhota Rajan, Shankar and Vijay Shekti. It includes section 120B in the complaint, right? Even when the CBI takes over the case, the sections involved are IPC section 301, 34, Arms section 3 and 25. Now, what I don't understand, Rizwan, for the life of me, here's a case. Viewers, I'll simplify it. I don't want to get deep into the law. I can get deep into the law. I'll keep it simple. You got a man, he goes to Singapore or Bangkok, tells a mafia don, please send your shooters here, please kill these people on my behalf. The facts are there, the information is there, everything is there. But the police, in its right wisdom, decides not to invoke the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act. If this case is not a Makoka case, what is? Then I have to question the police. Now, therefore, my worry is the police has fixed the case. If the prosecution is fixed, if the prosecution is maintained, if the prosecution is manipulated, if the police has been managed, then what is the point of taking the case to the court? Rizwan, the management is happening at the police level.
So I have something to say with regards to this. As far as the police officers are concerned, this is not the first time you will see a case like this where, you have for good reasons to believe that the police has been managed, because the video clearly shows that drinks were being consumed. It also shows that for 91 hours, no blood samples were collected. So definitely at various stages, there have been negligence on the part of the police. And of course, that has to be willful negligence. I will just put it in inverted commas. Now, why did they do all of these things? Why is it that the police officer failed and neglected to do their duty?
No. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Rizwan. See, and on this, even Ashutosh Srivastava will... you are dealing with a very hardened criminal family. They're very hardened. They deal with Mafia, Chhota Rajan. For them killing, Ashutosh, 1 minute. For them killing two 24-year-old professionals
yes, sir.
is a petty case, small case. Kuch nahi hai bhai. They'll tell the politician, jao police station fix karke aa jana. For them, they are managing. The whole world knows about paying Chhota Rajan. That grandfather will think that it's a very small crime, not even a crime. By his grandson, he'll say, I have got away for 15 years after being associated with Chhota Rajan. Nobody could do anything to me. So he'll say, my grandson has only killed 2 people. What's the big deal? I'll say it's an accident. It's the arrogance of wealth. Ashutosh, you fix the system, you get used to it.
Yes,
You feel you can fix anything.
You are asking... Arnab, just let me explain that other case because I have appeared in that case, so I know that case because this case is pending before CBI Court, Mumbai. Okay. Now, the FIR, when it was registered in 2009, so the FIR was filed by the informant who was contesting an election, and he made allegation against his rivalry person who was also contesting the election initially. And accordingly, the investigation was then from Bund Garden Police Station, Pune, was given to CID, and CID filed the first charge sheet in which there was no name, nothing mentioned about my client. Then later what happened that this informant changed his statement and he went to the High Court stating that no, it was not my rivalry. It was, it was the family dispute in which all these things have happened.
So whatever it is, listen. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Tell me 1 minute. Mr. Agarwal went to Bangkok. Did Mr. Agarwal go to Bangkok and pay money to Chhota Rajan?
No, that I have the copy of the passports of all the accused in the charge sheet. If you can check yourself the date on which the other accused have visited, there is no visit of Mr. S.K. Agarwal on that particular date. The passport, the visa, everything is submitted before the court by the CBI only.
Yeah, but you are talking about the applicability of provisions. Okay. Subhash, so listen, 1 minute. You are giving your version. You are talking about the applicability of provisions. I know that there is a... I know in this kind of cases, there is only one...
I don't know why when I'm speaking, you are not allowing me to speak.
I am asking you, why was Makoka 1999 not applied? Why was Makoka 1999 not applied?
Sorry?
Why was Makoka 1999 not applied?
It was not required to be applied.
It was not required.
Initially,
it was not required. Who says so?
307.
Who says so?
It was under 307.
Like you say, in this case also, the 18-year-old killer was not required to be arrested. He should write a 300-word essay. He should write up. You see, he should write in your view. Subhash,
police officials while registering the FIR.
Sir, you know.
See, 307 was inserted because the crime was under section 307. The allegation was under section 307. That is why 307 was implicated. Okay, and then the matter went to the High Court and he got anticipatory bail also, considering the merit of his case, because nothing incriminating was found against him.
I have one minute.
Now the matter is pending before CBI Court.
Ashutosh, I'll tell you what here.
Yes.
Subhash Jha, S.K. Agarwal's connection to the underworld can be established by a mere fact that he went to meet Chhota Rajan to seek help for a property dispute with his brother. S.K. Agarwal allegedly met Chhota Rajan's associate called Vijay Tambat. The interesting part is that Chhota Rajan is accused of giving supari to kill Shiv Sena leader Ajay Bhosle at the behest of S.K. Agarwal in order to help Agarwal in the property dispute. A number of 60 crores is being spoken about. Now, question is very simple. In this case, the elementary logic is the only provision which applies is Makoka. If you apply Makoka, Agarwal would have been in jail today. If you don't apply Makoka, you can file any case, get bail, tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh, pe tarikh. So, everything comes down to which provision of the law you apply. Am I right, Subhacha? And that's where the system uses discretion in favor of the accused.
Arnab, let me tell you, my experience is that there is rampant corruption in our police. That goes without saying all across the country, more particularly in the state of Maharashtra. The police is rampantly corrupt. They are brazenly corrupt. And money is taken at every stage, be it before investigation, for registration of FIR, you have to pay money. For not registering an offense, you have to pay. For applying diluted sections, you have to pay. For adding sections which are not applicable, you have to pay. And therefore, I have told you yesterday also that my colleague is from, Mr. Srivastava is from Pune. Now, he will agree with me that Pune is the city of Maharashtra which has got most number of Makoka cases. I have not come across any other districts in Maharashtra where there is so much brazen misuse of Makoka.
I tell you, what we are doing is we are sending more investigative crew. I have, like these people have put lot of lawyers. I have put a lot of reporters. And let me tell you, I am blessed, Mr. Srivastava, through my life's experience dealing with politicians, policemen, Paramveer Singh and that, what is Sachin Vaze type of people. I am blessed. I have a unique ability to deal with these kind of people. I have put so many journalists on the job, Even if the other networks don't, you see, you will find everything tumbling out. You please tell Mr. Srivastava, he should himself ask for Makoka to be applied on him. Then things will be better. Because this is a non-application of mine. I asked the commissioner also yesterday. He didn't have a straight answer for me. Now, the way I see it, viewers, the police knew. The police knew everything. The police knew they were letting politicians influence the investigation. The Mafia-linked grandfather knew that he could manipulate the police. The super-rich brat's lawyer knew that the prosecution would create loopholes that they could benefit from, they could use. The Juvenile Justice Board knew that they could misuse their office to let off a super-rich super brat. The politicians, including the government, knew that they could blame it on the prosecution and the Juvenile Justice Board and get away. But tonight I'll tell you, we know, you and I and every viewer of Republic knows that with truth on our side, we will not be taken for a ride.